Hello everyone, this is Jianpeng. In today's lab, I am going to show you how to perform electric circuits simulation. So again, first go to the simulation website and click on Run Now. The simulation should start shortly. Okay, now the simulation has started. As you can see, you have a construction area, this blue area. You have various components right here, and then you have other stuff you can do right here, and you can pause and run your simulation here. Follow your write-up. So first thing is you need to drag a battery into the construction area. Here's your battery, and drag it into the construction area. The battery has a black part, and that black part means that's the positive part of the battery, and has two red circles here and here. You can grab the circles and it will rotate. The red circles means they are the connection points for connecting to other components. So next, let's drag a light bulb and a switch. So drag a light switch and drag a light bulb here. Then what you need to do next is to wire the circuit. Remember, circuit is a closed loop. That means all the wires you have, they have to form a closed loop for the circuit to perform. So drag another wire here and connect all the red dots to each other. We need one more here and here. Now we have formed a loop. However, there's no electrons moving. All these blue dots here are representations for the free electrons. You can have flow when you close or turn on the switch. As you can see now, the light is on, the electrons are moving, and we have the circuit. And if you want to stop it, again, just turn it off, and everything's off. The first thing you need to do is to get all the necessary information about the batteries, about your light bulb. If you right click on the light bulb, it says change resistance. It's going to tell you the initial resistance value here. It says 10 ohms right there, and it also shows right here. Same story for the battery right here. Right click on it and click on change value. Change voltage. Here is the voltage, and we have 9 volts now. Don't do anything. That's good enough. Just click done. In the lab, it's going to ask you to use Ohm's law to find the current based on the value of our voltage source and the resistance here. And then you should be able to calculate the current. The next part is we are actually going to measure the voltage and the current in the circuit. And to do that, we need both a voltmeter that measures the voltage and also an amp meter. Please notice here, the voltmeter is right here and amp meter is actually right here. Again, grab the amp meter here. To connect the amp meter, you need to remove one of the wires and then move the amp meter inside the circuit. So click on this one, press delete key, then that wire is gone. Now we need to rewire it. Get another wire here and here. Now the amp meter is part of the loop. Now we also want to measure the voltage, and according to the lab instructions, the positive lead, or the red one, red is always positive, should go to where the electrons coming in according to what we just seen. We actually electrons coming in from that point. So that's the where the sticking needle should be. And for the negative, that's where it should go. That's that because that's where it goes. Now if you run the simulation again, let's turn on and run it again. You can see here now the voltage is indeed 9 volts across the light bulb, and the current in the circuit is 0.9 amps. Okay, I have just shown you how to do the part 1 of the lab. Now let's get started on part 2 of the lab. Part 2 is series circuits. The first part is you are going to construct a circuit with 3 light bulbs connected in series. And also remember, you need to include both a switch and an ammeter in the circuit. So the way to do it, again, first reset everything. So we clear everything out, and we don't want that voltmeter now. So we construct a series circuit. Remember, series circuit just means all the circuit components, they connect one after another. So let's connect 3 light bulbs in series. We also need a switch, a battery, and an ammeter. So I am going to connect them all in series. So get wires. Okay, they're connected. Get another piece of wire. Get another piece of wire. Okay, now as you can see in this circuit, every component here is in series, is one after another. This is called a series circuit. Now when I turn on the switch and start the simulation, now you can see there's current flowing in the circuit. As you can see, it flows now, it's slower, and we actually only have 0.3 amps in the circuit. The next step is still the same. You grab the voltmeter, click on this, you have the voltmeter, and use your voltmeter to measure the voltage across each light bulbs. See, like this. So immediately you measure the voltage across the first light bulb is 3 volts. And you measure through each one, and then again you know now the voltage from the battery is still 9 volts. And what can you say about the total voltage of the circuit? The next part, what you're going to do is you are going to remove a light bulb. So you only have 2 light bulbs in the circuit. Again, observe the current, observe the voltage. So I am going to show you how to do it. So pause it, select one, delete the light bulb. We don't need this wire any longer. You can connect directly from there to there. So run it. Again, you can see the voltage now across this light bulb is 4.5 volts, and the total current is 0.45 amps. Again, do the same thing for the other parts of this particular part. So that's all for part 2. Part 3 is the parallel circuit. Parallel circuit, on the other hand, means all the components, they are in a parallel path. Again, I am going to do the first part, that is a circuit with 3 light bulbs connected in parallel. To do that, first, again, reset all, get rid of all the things here. Yes. And we don't need the voltmeter now. Now we need connect them into parallel, right? Remember, we need 3 light bulbs in parallel. Okay. Now we also need to put in a switch and ammeter. So battery here, we want an ammeter, and we want a switch. What's picky now is make sure you do the wiring correctly. So the first part wiring is very similar to what we have been done. The tricky part is the second part. Remember, you want them to be in parallel path. So you need 3 different wires. Again, now let's get more wires. Okay, we have successfully constructed a circuit. As you can see now, these 3 light bulbs, they parallel with each other. Basically, the current flows in and then branch into 3 different paths and then form the whole thing. So let's run and close the circuit. Now you can see there's more electrons flowing in this path than in each path, and the total current now for the whole circuit is 2.7 amps.